Hello there, thanks for checking out this World of Tanks video, and thanks for playing World of Tanks. We're here in the Tier 9 British medium Centurion 7-1. We're top tier, got a pretty good view range with this tank at the top package for it, and a pretty decent kind of scouting medium tank crew. I'm not going to get too far out in front of my allies here. You see, nobody's just flying forward. We're all kind of sticking together. I think this is a really cool deployment. A bunch of heavies kind of taking up the middle positions. I stay back pretty slowly, knowing that there could be something out in that field and that I'm able to spot. And also I don't want to run out into a vulnerable position, getting spotted up, and then being in a position for the enemy vehicles to shoot at me a whole bunch. I don't want to do that. So I'm moving forward kind of slowly here. Getting some early spots, early spotting damage. We see that medium at G6 there. That guy's gonna kind of pop on and off the mini-map, but he's gonna stay at kind of that same position. Now sometimes he'll get spotted up when he fires his round. You'll see it kind of come across my screen left to right as he's shooting at me. Sometimes he'll get spotted up, other times he won't. So I'm thinking he is using a camouflage net, and basically if we have a light tank in position to spot him on the shots, we'll see him, otherwise we won't. Now a little bit ago you saw me shooting at a T-54E1 up there at like D2. He's there at F4 right now. He gets taken out. Also looking at the minimap, we had a heavy a little bit ago at H9. That heavy is now gone. I think it was a 45 TP, maybe a 50 TP. I think it was the tier 8. And there I had my turret turned so that medium at G6 had a shot on my turret. At this point I spot that M103. He's moving down the middle of the map toward our spawn. I know, and right there we lost the last of our vehicles that were either positioned on the hill in the southeast corner or down in the valley in the southeast corner. So I'm wanting to make sure I head back, give our team a chance to defend the base from the enemy team in the southeast. Inevitably, it seems like pushing toward our spawn and our capture point. We're doing okay in the northwest, about as well as could be expected, I think. Alright, right here, taking a second shot, taking my time and aiming that one, and you're going to see me, what I'm doing here, moving away from him. I did have cover between me and that M103. What I'm doing here, using my reload time as an opportunity to get a second point of cover between myself and the M103, knowing that he's pretty low on health, and that would be more or less all I need. Now I take a shot there that doesn't damage me. I'm not sure where it's from. And right here, I want to find out that it's from probably about the D9 area, so another vehicle that they've got pushing up from the southeast that at this point we're not able to see. I head back this way. I decide I would rather not lose to getting captured out, so I'll contribute to that. And right there, I'm kind of trying to keep my hull kind of below the point of that rock outcropping between me and the Patton. Trying to give him only the front of my turret as much as I can. Alright, we did, the rest of our guys more or less cleared out the enemies that we had in the northwest corner, and then are moving south toward the enemy spawn. I'm basically indicating to them I know that they have an enemy vehicle down there, and there it is, that Gornage. He's come up the hill into our spawn area. So the Conway called for help on both the tank and the Gornage. I'm basically seeing which one makes most sense as I come up here for me to shoot at, and I think the only one I have a shot on is the Gornage. Now I'm thinking that light tank might take the opportunity to push up into that destroyer and get a shot, so I'm kind of keeping myself available to help that destroyer get my gun ready right as the reload finishes up to get a shot on the side of the Gornage. And for some reason that destroyer, I think it's a Conway, just sort of charges down into the light tank. Watch this troll. Soviet stuff. Alright, so there's an ISU 152 that just tracked me. My crew has track mechanic repairs and also the large repair kit, so let that time out and get a side shot on that Gornich. And now that ISU 152 or something else with a massive gun gets a devastating shot into kind of the back side of me there, leaving me a one shot for most vehicles in this match. I'm just going to go ahead and take cover just without risking losing the last bit of hit points that I have. Take cover. Yeah, stay safe. Now here, I'm not, rather than driving down into the center part of the map to move toward the enemy spawn, I'm kind of taking a roundabout way, staying low, staying behind cover, staying as much as I can out of the view range, line of sight of any vehicles that they have on this hill at like G7. Switch over to the Hesh round here. Again, expecting more likely that I'm getting a shot on the ISU 152 than anything. Here I get out to the right just a little bit toward the middle part of the map, effectively just scouting, seeing if anything comes up, maybe in the middle in the water area, or otherwise in the open part of the northwest corner, kind of the middle part of the northwest corner area up there. Now here, I'm wanting to make sure that we don't have that ISU 152 behind us as we go toward the enemy spawn. Just take a quick moment, use my vehicle's mobility, and indeed, there is that destroyer. Get a nice 457 damage. And now here he doesn't turn his gun toward my position until about right here he starts turning toward me. So it seems like maybe this guy didn't know where I was at. Gotta watch that mini map. Get a nice 486, I think it was right there. And here, trying to stay away from the front of that guy's gun, barely have enough gun depression, shooting over the back shoulder as I'm heading down toward down kind of the hill there. Barely have enough depression to get down to a nice vulnerable part of that vehicle for kind of a flat surface shot. And very carefully go down here. Now right there, I was afraid that I was going to end up getting into some kind of a brawl position with that ISU 152. So I was kind of nervous about that. You know, kind of get my nerves up. I, at this point, don't realize that I still have the Hesh loaded. Would have probably preferred to have had the composite rigid loaded, fighting the Centurion 7-1. He comes moving down toward my ally, so I get up into position, get a nice quick side shot in, and continue moving toward him immediately, knowing that he's just going to kind of circle my ally. And here, I was trying to just shoot the flat side of the back side of the tank there, caught the track. I'm not sure whether in that position it would have been better to have had the composite rigid or the Hesh. There's a nice flat side shot, thanks buddy. I was afraid there. Only having dealt like 100-some damage with the Hesh there on the track, that would have given the enemy enough reload time to have taken down my ally. We barely keep him alive. Come away with five enemies destroyed, 4,288 damage dealt. Pretty decent numbers game. Was that high caliber? So from here we see top tier medium, pretty good kind of spotting capabilities given the crew and the tank. Taking it slow at first, not getting out into the middle at the same time, keeping an eye on the middle, and then maintaining an eye out for any vehicles that are kind of in the middle, watching that M103 there push forward, and also noticing on the mini-map that we had all of our allies down in the southeast corner get taken out. So I come back, kind of walking back with that M103, come back toward our spawn, our base, our capture point, make sure that we don't lose to the capture, because that's about the worst way to lose in this game. Get back to our base, fight off those enemies. Remember being shot by the ISU 152, knowing the map, having a sense of where he's almost certain to be, having had the shots that he did on me. Running up to the top of that hill, just in case he was still there, making sure that he wasn't still there shooting at us as we, moved toward the enemy spawn, hunting down that medium. Found the destroyer up there, took him out with some big shots, and then came down and helped my ally survive the rush from the medium. Thanks for taking a look at this World of Tanks video, and thanks for playing World of Tanks.